Stitch Cutie. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Julie.
And together we're the mother-daughter duo of Stitches of Love. And yes, we don't have our masks on while we're filming, but we've been together nonstop, so.
But she's making me wear it all around the office. Ugh.
And the guards, the face guards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to have one or the other on. It's a rule in our county.
Yeah, we're in Florida, so.
Yeah, if you've seen the numbers in Florida, you know why.
We have a situation. Okay, so what are we going to talk about?
Okay, so first off, do we say it's episode 32? Do we say that?
I don't know.
We're out of practice, y'all.
We can't count either, so.
It's an actual thing. Okay, so we have a few things to cover. We're not going to be as long as we were last week. Cause
we apologize. We talked so much.
Oh my God, we just had too much to say. It was boring. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so I was just going to show a few of the fun things I've gotten done on the embroidery machine for everybody. Okay. And then we're going to talk about your latest obsession. Not latest, it's going to stay an obsession. It's game changing for applique. A lot of y'all ordered this last week from us. So exciting. Okay, so also, you talk amongst yourselves. What is my hair doing? You talk.
You know, between not getting able to go to the hairdresser and get our fingernails done and my toes and my hair, it's just
what do we look like?
I mean, I'm getting to be flat on the top.
But you know what? Everyone's in the same boat. So I bet everybody is like looking in the mirror like, whoo. Because I am.
All natural.
We are our own. I put lipstick on for y'all today. I forgot last week.
That looks good.
But then I don't have makeup on.
You should always put lipstick.
I have mask face. I got to do something about mask face. It's a word. It's called maskne.
Okay, let's just talk about Applique Club.
Okay, so for those of you that are in the Applique Club, you've probably already started making your projects because you've had them now for a while. So I wanted to show, because y'all know I love the zipper bags so much. Can we talk about how stinking cute they are? These are designed by the one and only Julie Love, aka Mommy. So in the club, you get enough to make 2 projects. You make 1 zipper bag and 1 mug rug, and you get 2 designs. You can put either design on either one.
Or you can make 2 mug rugs and just have leftover fabric, but there's not 2 zippers.
Or that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you a couple of the ones that I made from doing the tutorials for y'all. This is the flag bag made in the embroidery machine. And I finished it in the hoop of the embroidery machine so it doesn't have the binding. And you can't really see probably here, but I'm obsessed with the chevron quilting. So obsessed with this.
It's about a 1/4 of an inch part that looks good.
Yeah, it's like a 1/4 inch chevron. It's adorable. And then, you know, we always add a fun accent. So we took the star from the front and shrunk it, and it hangs down on the back.
Cute.
This makes me really happy. And then this one makes me really happy too. So we matched the star on the back for this one, but this is the crosshatch quilting. So, you know, X's. I just illustrated that. Sorry, y'all. And then this is the watering can.
She hasn't been around people much, so.
Have I forgotten how to speak to humans? Might be a thing. But this is so cute. Look at the watering can. Again, designed by Julie. And if you want, you can do them, like Mom said, as a mug rug. So, like, this is what the flag looks like if you do it as a mug rug. And this is, Mom made this one using regular machine applique. So, if you do regular machine applique and not the embroidery machine, you can do whatever kind of, like, accent stitching you want to do. So, you kind of did, like, waves of grain.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
That's what I think it looks like, see, because it's gold and it's like
just
waves.
A decorative stitch that was on the sewing machine, so.
Yeah,
have fun with your decorative stitches. You can pick different ones.
It was super fun. And then the Itsy Bitsy of the month coordinates with it. This has to go home with me. So look at that. How cute is that? It's a little baby one. I love it. And then this is what it looks like when you get it off the embroidery machine. And then all you have to do is put your binding on. But again, we matched it with a little star hanging on the back. So that was fun. And then also, y'all know I love doing the video tutorials. And I got to make this cute little guy, the mummy.
And the mummy is block number 10.
This is number 10. Can y'all believe? So if you started at the very beginning of the block of the month, you're about to get your box number 11. They renew tomorrow or Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow or Thursday is when the next box is renewed. But again, you can join our block of the month. This is called the Boo Crew. You can join at any time. You'll always start with the first block. So there's a bunch of people that have just joined. So there's a bunch of people getting boxes 1 and 2 tomorrow too. So cute. But I just had fun with the mummy. And I have to tell y'all, This looked very scary to me to digitize for the embroidery machine, but I got it right the first try. Now on the instructions, I did not get it right the first try because I accidentally called it block 9 at the top.
Oh.
And in the instructions, I skipped one step. So like the files were totally right, but I forgot to tell y'all what to do with his arm. He kind of needs it. I mean, the files were right from the beginning. I just had to make an edit, and I forgot who told me that. I think it was a lady named Shannon, I believe. So thank you. Thank you. I saw the email at night, and I was like, oh no, mommy needs his hand. So I fixed it the next morning. And then this is the U-Troop block from this month. Now the U-Troop you can join anytime, and you always start with the block that it is that month. So like you're always stitching June and June, July and July, but you're always gonna get all 13 boxes. Not to make it confusing. It's really not confusing.
You'll get all the blocks in all the clubs.
Always. You will always get all your blocks. But look how cute this block is. It's Honeybell. So while I was filming the tutorial, it didn't hit me. I was like, is Honeybell a girl or a boy? I was like, is this a boy sheep or a girl sheep? I couldn't decide. And then her stockings made me think of Pippi Longstocking. So then I decided it was a girl. And then I realized the name is Honeybell. Duh. It's a girl. All right, that's all I got.
We were naming a new quilt today.
We're
naming the characters on it.
Oh my gosh. So we're gonna give you guys the sneak peek of it next, or not a sneak peek, the reveal of the quilt is next Tuesday, July
7th, I think.
7th. And then you'll be able to enter your email address so that you know when registration opens, but registration is opening on August 3rd, which is when you can actually reserve your spot. And the first box will ship at the beginning of September. And we're doing the coolest stuff. You just did a photo shoot. You want to tell some of the cool stuff you and Libby did on the photo shoot? I didn't get to go. Y'all went.
Well, first we went to this great park that's here in Tallahassee. It's beautiful. I mean, absolutely gorgeous park. And it started raining.
Are you serious?
Right when we pulled in, it was raining. And we were
oh my God, that always happens.
But we looked at the sky, and being Florida, you know, it's kind of, you see this dark cloud over you, it moves away.
Yeah, like 5 minutes.
So we went ahead and got out, and it's just beautiful there. And so we took pictures there. And then we went to another park, which was fun as well.
We have really good parks here.
Because we were trying to find a place with even lighting instead of dappled, like where the sun filters through the trees. You know, we have so many trees here. So it was challenging, but we think we did pretty good. We had fun taking pictures.
I'm like dying to see all the pictures. I got to see some of the videos y'all took. And Mom is the model with the quilt, so get ready. Your Facebook feed will be flooded with Mom caressing a quilt.
If I knew I would have had to be in it, I would have worn something different.
No, I think that's cute for it. The polka dotted, actually, because the fabric in the quilt's polka dotted.
But it's not black.
No.
But anyway,
you can't match a quilt.
We had fun. Libby is one of our new employees,
and she's like awesome because she's our marketing coordinator now.
Yeah, we have such great people here with us now.
I think we're like building the best team we've ever had.
Yeah, so we hope so.
That's why we gotta keep everybody healthy and safe.
Yeah. And now, shall we talk some more about
talk about that.
Thing?
Yeah.
Okay, you know, I don't know if any of you watched me last week. I know some of you did because you ordered this mess of stuff that we got going on here.
It sold out in 2 days.
Okay, this is a game changer. We have more on the way, don't worry.
Yeah, more's coming.
A total game changer. What this is basically is let me just move this over here. Here, move that over there. It's a
excuse us while we shuffle.
Yeah, it's a light pad. This is a light pad. It's a new light pad. Yes, I have lots of light pads actually. Presently, right now, I'm working with 4 of them. But this one is, see?
Look how thin that is. That's thinner. Do you think that's thinner than your iPad?
Yes. I don't even think it weighs as much as my iPad, even though it's bigger. But at any rate, it's cordless. It has 3 different light levels.
No cord.
Look at that. Low, medium, high. Now we're in fluorescent lighting in here. I don't know if you can really tell much, but it's plenty of light. But the beautiful thing about this is something I had been wanting to do for so long, because you know how when you're doing your applique and your tracer shapes and stuff, and then you cut them out of your fabric, And then you want to lay them down to like on your background piece or whatever. And you always had to just like precariously carry this little thing. If you placed it like on your light pad, then you had to just gently carry it to your ironing board or wherever.
Or your Steady Betty.
Yeah, and the Steady Betty helped with that because you could have your Steady Betty closed, but you would still, little tiny things would shift and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so for about the past 5 years, I've been using a piece of glass that I got from Caterpillar.
I was gonna say, you've been using it this way for years.
It looks like this. And it is, it fits on, this is 12 by 16. The actual glass is a little bit bigger than that, but it fits on this light pad. And so what you can do is put your piece of paper under here, or you can even put it on top.
I've been putting it right on top of it.
You put it on top of the glass, and then you can use your pressing sheets. Like say, give me something.
Give me something.
Give me a piece of paper.
I'm coming. Oh no.
So you can put that on there, and then you can put your, so that's your placement guide. It doesn't matter, Brittany, it's okay.
I'm coming.
They'll get the concept. And then you can put your pressing mat on top. And then, okay, so here's, actually this is the little
it's
guide.
Honey Bale.
Honey Bell. So, you can put Honey Bell on here. And say you're gonna build your little Honey Bell unit. Cause I think, I don't know where piece 1 is. So I think we actually start with the checkerboard on this one. But anyway, let's just say you have it on here. So then you could lay your big pieces on, you can see through it, and place them down. Tap them with your iron on this. That's where the best part is. On this glass, you can use your iron. I suggest using a small iron, like a steam fast size iron. You can use the biggest, your biggest regular iron, but you'll want to use like a medium heat. And just use the tip of it. And even with the steam fast, I pretty much use just the tip. So I'll build my little units, tack them down where they intersect so that they stick, and then I peel them. I usually just set my mat over. So say it's got my little pieces on it, I sit it over here. I leave this here, and then I put my background piece of fabric, like in this case it's light blue. I will put my light blue fabric down on top of my placement guide, and then I just gently peel my little unit up and place it on here where it goes, and then I will use the flat surface of my iron here to get it to stick enough that I can, when I'm ready to actually stitch it, I will usually put my Steady Betty, because I don't get up a lot. I just then
you do have like a U.
I put my
you so
let's just say that this is my, give me that. Just say that I've ironed it on here and it's ready to be sewn on almost, but I want to iron it better. So I just put it on my Steady Betty, and then I iron it down so it's really adhered good. And then I can take it to the sewing machine that stays where it is, and I can sew. It is a total game changer.
Total.
Now sometimes I like to do a lot of my work, everything in front of my light pad. And so I'm just constantly shifting little things over back and forth. And so I'll leave my glass generally on top.
Yeah, I leave my glass.
Pretty much sits on top of the light pad all the time. But the light pad comes with one of these cutting mats, which is basically a rotary cutting mat. It has the grid lines.
Self-healing.
Yep, self-healing. And so I'll sometimes put this on here, and then if I need to cut something like, I don't know.
I do it like, for example, like when I have to cut my little borders and stuff. Like I won't maybe trim a whole block, but I'll do it for like my piecing little pieces.
Yeah, so, but I do have a caution for you. If you're gonna cut on your light pad area, just be careful. And don't cut your mat.
Oh yeah, because you can see through that and forget.
I did that. I had it laying on here, and I just laid whatever it was and cut right through it. And so I cut about a 2-inch gap in this thing, and you can tell when you're cutting, it goes crack.
Yeah, it almost is like it's metal.
It's bonded with some kind of fibers in the middle.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can still use your mat if you do that, but I don't like having a hole in mine. So anyway, this is a game changer. Let me just tell you.
This whole setup.
It is
a must-have.
It makes the process a lot more fun, a little bit quicker. I would say maybe even a lot quicker for me.
A lot quicker.
And you guys, when I've been demoing things for you for many years now, and I haven't been able to use the glass because
It wasn't marketed that way.
Caterpillar didn't market it that way. I frankly was trying to get some glass myself. China wasn't cooperating with me. Imagine that. Partially it could be the language barrier. Chinese versus Southern.
Well, it was just that, like, okay, we're gonna buy 1,000. They're like, no, you have to buy 5,000. We're like, okay, we'll buy 5,000. No, you have to buy 10,000.
What's the price? And
I was like, when will this end?
And then they wanted to ship it on a ship to Atlanta.
And us go get it in Atlanta.
But a ship does not come into port in Atlanta. There is no water in Atlanta, in the middle of Georgia. So,
do they even have a lake?
I'm sure they do. But so things like that. We were just having lots of obstacles. So,
yeah.
So I was beyond thrilled when Caterpillar, at a market video that they were doing for virtual quilt market, mentioned you can put your iron on this. And so then I knew that they felt comfortable that if I sold this and told you guys to do it, they would be happy. And they are happy. He said, that's great. The one word of caution he had, I'm going to tell you again, because I know I said this the other day, is he took, I forgot his name now already.
Oh, he's very nice too. You were so excited when you talked to him.
Yeah, they're also nice there. Anyway, this nice guy that owns
He's
it.
Mr. Caterpillar.
Mr. Caterpillar said they tested it with a full-size iron, and they had it on, I guess, high heat.
Mm-hmm.
And he sat it on here, and after 2 minutes, it caused the mat to bubble. So if you sit it down on super high, a big surface like this, it will get your mat warm.
So it's meant for
your
building your applique units only.
Yeah, so I have used this and not had any problems, like I said, for about 5 years. I do touch just the tip on it. I do sometimes put the whole iron down, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I will. Also,
but it's brief.
Yeah, briefly.
Yeah.
Also,
that's all you need if you don't want to overexpose your heat and bond light.
Right.
I mean, if you sit
like
your thing
seconds
down, it'll quit sticking.
3 seconds to get it to stick.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're buying a laser cut kit with us, we've already done that part for you. But
isn't that nice?
What will happen too is your glass can get warm. So sometimes, like if I've been working in a certain area over here, and the glass might feel a little warm to me, if it's annoying to me, which usually it isn't, but you can just flip it around. Just turn it the other way.
Yeah, use a different area.
Also, one thing I do...
That happens even on the fusing mat with me, because I'm like, oh, it's kind of hot over here, so I just move it and do it.
Yeah.
And I call it the heat and bond shake. Y'all have seen me do a video tutorial.
Yes, because heat and bond, you want it to cool before you peel the paper off anyway.
So you just
otherwise you end up with a mess. But because of the way the plug-in for this...
Right here?
Is right here where you also turn it on and off. So it has a little charge. You can charge it into like in the back of your computer. It has the little plug-in thing
for the wall over the computer.
So I have mine plugged into a little extension cord. Now, because I'm an elbow leaner, I guess. Sometimes you can see you could turn it on and off with your arm. So,
I put it that way.
Well, for me, mine, I like it that way. Stop.
Oh.
Because of the way
I was gonna help you.
I don't need help, thank you. Not right now. But because of the way that mine plugs in, if you run into this little problem, you can just sit your glass over that, where if you stick your arm on here, it's not gonna turn it on and off. Likewise, the opposite direction, wherever you stick it.
But you keep yours plugged in when you're using it.
Yeah, because I use it, like if I'm gonna use it, I'm usually sitting there all day drawing and doing what have you.
For normal people like me and you,
it's not gonna be an issue.
Yeah, it stays charged for about 4 hours.
I think, or maybe longer, I don't know.
So I can tell you, I filmed about 5 or 6 video tutorials and had it cordless the whole time, and it was perfect.
Another thing, for those of you that do other types of crafting as well, this glass is also good for that, because, and this was what they made it for, was for scrapbookers and people using mixed media art, like globs of glue and gunk. You can just peel it off the glass or scrape it up.
Yeah, they even say like hot glue and stuff will peel right off.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use it for that, but...
Yeah, but it's a good surface. It is wonderful. It does come with these little rubber feet on here.
Already on there. And if you watched the video last week, this stuff is packaged really safely and very well. I was very impressed.
Yeah,
then we package it in like an enormous box.
We want you to get your glass intact. So.
And I have to tell you, like, we're all about wrapping everything in tissue and being so cute, but all of these have to have bubble wrap and those like air fillers. So the air fillers aren't pretty, but it keeps your stuff safe when you open it.
But this is, I'm telling you,
Game changing.
even if, now let me just also tell you, this glass works with other light pads. You don't have to have a
Yeah, you don't have to have
Caterpillar.
this light pad.
You can have whatever. Like I said, it's a little bit bigger than, well, the
It's probably like
measurements-
12 and a half by 16 and a half.
something like that, yeah. And so it'll fit on your other light pads.
Mhm.
It's just wonderful. I do always use it with a pressing sheet, just because that's what I'm doing.
I was gonna say, let's just review what we think is like the Mac Daddy setup. So it would
Okay.
be your Caterpillar Glow, and we're carrying the cordless one because when we're ever allowed to go to retreats again, it's gonna be really handy to not have like 10,000 cords.
Because really,
At
when
a
I've gone
retreat.
to retreats in the past, I've always, number one, tried to make sure that I had something that wasn't applique to do, because my little travel portable machine, like if I took my featherweight, it
Mhm.
doesn't do a buttonhole stitch.
But now you're ever
So now with this and having the lightweight Eversew machine, I can do applique when I go to a retreat.
life is getting good with this technology, isn't it?
Life is good.
I mean,
It's good.
yeah. Just thinking about all that happy stuff.
So you were reviewing. I'm
Yeah,
sorry I
so
interrupted
no,
you.
no, of course. So the Caterpillar Glow, the cordless one that we have, and can we just talk about the price points? I don't know how they manufacture it for the price that they sell it for. It's fantastic. We've included shipping in all the prices already because the stuff is really heavy when we ship it, so we don't want any surprises at checkout for you. So we factored that in already. And then this comes with the cutting mat with the lines comes with your light pad. And one thing that I am loving about this, because I'm a little bit of a safety nerd, I don't know if y'all picked that up from videos with me, but it's a little like tacky on the bottom. So when you have it on your glass, it doesn't slide. So you can safely cut.
That's true.
That has been, because I always cut at the embroidery machine, and my worst fear is like chopping my finger off in front of y'all on a video.
And also, even if you don't have the glass.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, it sticks to this. Great. Look at that.
That's a good feature.
Yeah, that's a really nice feature.
Because sometimes, my cutting mats, if I'm using a small one,
Even
it'll
our big cutting mats on the big
shift
tables
around.
here move. I wish that even our giant cutting mats had this on it.
Yeah.
You know,
they're another story.
they're another story. But then the next thing you would want to have is your Caterpillar glass, the applique glass that we have on our website. And I can't remember how much it is. Is it like $30-ish or something?
It's $34.99.
$34.99. That's
includes
fantastic.
shipping.
Yeah, so shipping's included. And one thing you didn't mention is how smooth the edges are, because like the glass that you would originally use before you got this like years ago.
I had a piece of glass from a local glass company.
And it was sharp.
It was thicker and sharp on the edges,
Mhm.
and not as much fun as this. This is just so nice. I mean, once you see
Look at
this,
she caressing it. It's so nice.
I didn't realize I was doing that.
Y'all know she really likes it when she's caressing it.
You guys, it's been like 5 years I've been trying to figure out how to
Mhm.
bring glass to everybody.
And we were even thinking about building it into furniture. Like
All kinds of things.
we'd start in the patent process. It's just a ridiculous amount of work. Let's just all buy the Caterpillar from Stitches of Love Quilting. There you go.
Well, with the
So much
shipping-
easier.
With the shipping in there, it's cheaper than some places, because then they charge
I was
you.
gonna say some people
'Cause we
list it
didn't
for
even
cheaper than us,
charge
but then
the
they
full
charge
shipping.
shipping. No, we are subsidizing the shipping because we want everyone to have this. Because basically, anytime we sell notions like the fusing mat, these light pads and stuff, this is not, sorry to talk about, it's not where we make money. We are selling these at really good prices so that you have the tools you need to have fun with our stuff. Like, we're
Yeah.
not a notions company. We're a awesome
in
club
fact,
company.
The only notions we ever sell are stuff that
You like.
I like. So then, ideally,
Yeah.
you would also have, for using with your
This
glass,
is a must-have. Let
you
me show
need
you
a
the
pressing
box.
sheet, which this is the precision fusing mat, and it also comes with this one as well,
A ton of y'all have this from us. I
which
love
is the Teflon.
this.
So this makes for an ideal setup here. And then I do use my Steady Betty.
Mm-hmm.
This is I guess it's
12 by 16.
12 by 16. I
Mhm.
like to use the Woolly Betty as well. Sometimes I use that.
I haven't. I keep everything stacked like this. Even before I was using the Caterpillar and everything, I always have my little pile. So to me, this is like the premium pile. And I would never want anything else but that. Personally, this is my favorite.
Also, if you'd like, we also carry this without the grid lines. This is the cutting mat without the grid lines. I'm trying to get him to do glass without grid lines, but I don't think
I will tell you it hasn't affected me in the least.
It's probably just me that gets annoyed by
I
the
will
lines.
tell you that with the lines, I like the placement guide on top of the glass instead of under the glass. Because of the lines.
I usually put it on top of the glass.
Yeah. But I love it. So you'll see it. These are all featured in all of our new tutorials. And speaking of tutorials, you're probably tired of us talking and you're like, okay, yeah, it's cool. I want to see it in action. So let's let the ladies see it in action. And gentlemen, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen want to see it in action. So, with some editing magic, in a minute, the camera's going to be facing down overhead. And all you'll see will be our hands.
Brittany's hands.
Oh, we're gonna do my hands. So I'm just a little caveat for the nails. You're probably like, well, that's a color she's using on her nails. But can I tell you, when I had to fix my nails last night, because I have to do my nails myself right now. So it's like a 2-hour process on the deck with nails and powder, and I have a Dremel now or whatever they're called. Like, it's a process. But this is a hint for the colors that are in the mini and the itsy bitsy and stuff this coming month, because I decided to match my nails to the upcoming project. Hint, it's supposed to be mint. I don't know what color it looks like on camera. It might look like broccoli. But it's mint. Okay, so without further ado,
we're gonna say goodbye here for now, but then Brittany's gonna patch in.
We're gonna patch her. It's like teleporting to the tutorial.
Whatever the term is.
I don't know.
There will be more to come. Stuck on the end of this video.
Stuck on the end. So hold tight. Do a swirly for our transition. Are you ready? Swirl. Ooh, like magic. Here we are.
Green fingers.
Green fingers and all. Yeah, that's a look. Okay, so what we're going to show you is how to use the light pad, the amazing applique glass, and the fusing mat all together to make applique units. So I just grabbed a quick project that's really fun, which is the Itsy Bitsy from June. So let's talk about what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take my pattern, I have my placement guide, right? All I'm gonna do is put that right under here. So I have my fusing mat, then I have my paper, then I have my tempered glass, right? My cutter pillar. Just like so. So see how nicely you can see through that? You can really see through it well on the camera too.
Are you going to turn it on?
I am. So we have the first level, second level, third level. I have to tell you, I like the brightest. I just do. And then what I'm going to use is my handy dandy steam fast travel iron, which y'all I got to clean. Look how much I use it. I love it.
Is it on?
It's on. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is first build my applique unit. So not just is this showing off this cool little set that we have to offer, it's also some tips for building applique units and best practices. So let's get started. The first piece I'm going to put down is number 1. Duh. So here's my piece number 1. And what I love about this fusing mat, y'all have heard me say this before, it's kind of tacky, right? So I don't have to do anything with this piece yet. It's going to stay in place.
On the Teflon ones, they do slip around a little bit.
Exactly. Like on the Teflon, it does. But there's a time and place for the Teflon. I like that the Teflon and the fusing mat come as a set because I use my Teflon a lot of times over stuff when I'm ironing.
Mm-hmm. It helps your irons from not getting so yucky.
I say that I do that. This is dirty from all my insane starching. Okay, so now I put piece number 2 in place. Now I'm going to put piece number 3. And now I'm going to iron when I put number 3 in place, because this is where a unit is going to connect, correct? So I'm just going to take my iron, and with the tip, I'm going to touch just where it overlaps. And even if you just quickly go like that, you only do it for a couple of seconds, so you're good. You wouldn't want to just hold that iron down. First off, you'd ruin your pieces, and 2, then you can start affecting your setup. So now we're going to go to the next number, which is number 4. And can we also talk about how cute this fabric is? Mom and I were just talking about how much we love this. It's a Moda Grunge with dots. Super fun.
Which didn't used to be my favorite, I have to say.
You used to not like grunge.
When it first came out, I was like, that just looks dirty looking.
But it's not.
In fact, I had someone send me an email, or she called me, and she said, "What did you send me? Old fabric? Looks dirty." And I was like, "No, it's designed
that's
to
how
look
it
that
is.
way."
So I've put down piece number 4 and 5. And so now what units go down next are my leaves. And all 4 leaves are the same. Yay, that makes life easy. So what you do is just build your units. Now once you have something like a dark blue down, you're not going to be able to see everything. So you just kind of guesstimate like, oh yeah, I've got a little leaf down here. And I've got a little leaf over here.
You can see part of the shape on.
Yeah, you can see part of your leaf shape.
Or you could always just look at the front of the pattern. Oh no, that is the pattern.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm using the pattern.
You can make
but
a
you
copy
can see
of it.
you can see part of it. Well, we don't recommend making copies of patterns, Mom. We're the ones that own the copyright. Let's not suggest copies. Scratch what the woman said. Dear Lord.
Oh, I meant of the.
I like to protect the company.
I meant of the placement guide is what I meant.
Again, let's not make copies.
Whatever.
Okay, so I have my 4 pieces in place where they go. And just quickly tapping. So that's how I did put the whole iron down. But that's because I wanted to make sure I got all the pieces down.
I wouldn't do it that way.
Well, Julie wants you to make copies of all of our patterns.
No, I don't.
And doesn't like how I applique.
I just use the tip and touch it on the tip here. I just touch it where it's going to stick.
I'm an iron putter downer and I haven't had issues, y'all. So let's let
Yeah.
this be a personal decision.
Just
For those
saying.
of you that are moms or dads and have kids, this is what you sound like to everyone else. And this is what we sound like now. We sound like we're bickering.
We're not.
No, not at all.
Are we?
A little.
Really?
You're kind of telling me I don't know what I'm doing. That's okay.
No, I'm just saying this is how I do it.
Oh, okay. So now the next unit I'm going to put down is 1 flower. Now my other 2 flowers, they don't touch anything except each other right here. And those 2 pieces, I'm just going to plunk on my fabric in a second. Now, maybe that wouldn't be how everyone does it, but right now I'm building...
How would you pick it up as a unit if it doesn't touch?
Well, these 2 touch, so you could build these 2 as 1 unit, but that seems unnecessary to me.
Okay, I agree.
Okay, so I'm going to do it Mom's way. I'm going to show you. I'm going to tip. Tip, 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 tip. There we go. Is that good? Watch, that's going to be what doesn't stick.
I was going to say, watch those fall off. I hold it there longer personally.
Oh,
but
this
anyway.
is quite the tutorial. Oh, Mommy, you didn't peel my piece for me.
Sorry.
Assistant, help me.
I probably got interrupted by
me.
By something. My brain went off on a tangent.
Okay, so let me just tell you how nice it was to be able to iron on top of this glass safely and to get to use the benefit of my light pad. I love it because a lot of times I just don't even use a light pad because it frustrates me to move my stuff. So this had a few seconds to cool, and then I'm just gently peeling it up, and look at this beautiful unit.
The flower stuck.
Oh!
Amazing.
Swoon! Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get rid of my, whatchamacallit, my fusing mat, because I'm ready to do the real thing. Are y'all excited? So I'm just gonna plunk my fabric down. You can see the fabric in your kit covers bigger than you need because we're ultimately gonna trim it down. Ooh, I can show you how I trim it too. Well, no, it wouldn't be sewn yet, but I love trimming with my cutting mat on top of this. So now I'm gonna take this 1 unit and you just line it up perfectly with your, so what I have right now is my light pad still, my glass still, my pattern, and then I have my fabric right over my placement guide. So I'm just gonna give this a quick tap. Now here, I'm just quickly tapping it to keep it in place. Before I really press everything down, I am gonna bring out my Steady Betty, but not just yet. Because I have these 2 flowers that I'm gonna put in place. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. I don't know why that's what popped in my head.
3, 4.
Shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks.
7, 8.
Lay them straight.
9, 10.
A big fat hen. I hope that's what it says, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because it sounded bad. Okay.
Dinner. That was dinner.
Oh, alrighty then.
I don't know. What am I saying?
And so now I have 1 star left to put right here. And you might be seeing this other star over here and you're like, hey lady, you got another star. That's for the accent on the back. Now, before I sew anything, Mommy, could you be so lovely and try and get me a friction pin?
That's what I was going.
It's in my apron hanging by the door over there. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit more, because what I'm going to do next is do a friction pin to give my layout. But before I do that, I want to press this all the way because, right, the friction pin disappears. So for a second, I am going to bring out my Study Buddy because now that everything's in place, I'm really going to go to town and like really iron this for real, right? So I still like to have all the tools, but I'll tell you, this definitely, having this system improves accuracy so much. So now that I have everything pressed all the way 100%, see, shake, 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 everything is ironed. I'm just gonna put this right back in place. Let me get it just right. I love it. And what I'm gonna do with this friction pin, which I love, I am just gonna trace that straight line all the way up. Now, I'm just gonna keep going with this because I'm having fun. I love doing this. Mom's looking at me.
Can I say something too that I do?
Say something, Mama, tell us.
If you're doing your applique and say you had, say this was a flower with the circle that was larger, like on some of the U-Troop, I think, we have like a swirl drawn in this.
Oh yeah.
Before you actually put your piece in place, you can use something other than a friction pin, like a,
a Pigma pin?
Well, Pigmas, I don't exactly recommend those. I got other reasons for that, but I would use, say, chalk pencil that's real fine chalk pencil. If you have like a Soline chalk pencil, those are really good. And I would actually put my center or whatever piece might have some detail on it.
Just to explain, pretending that pattern had a swirl accent is what she's talking about.
Or any pattern with any kind of accent line. You can use your light pad and trace that on there before you put it on your piece. And that gives it to you, because later, once you have this like multiple layers, it's hard to see where to
draw your accent line.
Where to draw accent lines, unless you just want to freehand it, which is always a good too.
True. So now what I'm going to do, I know I already used my friction pin here, but I like to fuse to my batting before I go to stitch. So yes, I have a friction pin right here. So guess what? I'm just not going to iron where I did my friction pin, right? I'm just going to go right beside it. No big deal. See? So now when I go to quilt this, I'm going to get a really cool, I know I barely touched by it, but I can see where it is. Whoop. There, it's back. So now when you go to sew this, you're going to get all that beautiful like texture from quilting it because this is already on. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is, see how you can see a little bit, well, it's probably hard in the camera, but you can see all that texture because this was sewn with the fusible batting already on it. And then once all that is done, then I put my back on at the end. So let me just show you how to do. Might as well do the full little shebang right here. So we don't give you a placement guide for where to put the thing on the back because it's the back. You can put it wherever you want. So you can center it at the bottom, but I like to kind of do it where it's hanging. So I'm just going to position that. There you go. And then if you want to draw a straight line for this, you can use that same line and give yourself that guide if you want. Or you can just freehand.
Or you can use a ruler.
Use a ruler all the way up. I'm just using my little placement guide, working my way down. Boop. So what I love about this is that it really helps you improve your accuracy. So to review our favorite pieces that help us make the ultimate easy and accurate applique units and ultimately easy and accurate projects, we're using the Premium Caterpillar Glow, the tempered glass mat, and we're using our fusing mat, which by the way, you can like wad this thing up and it pops right back out because I was holding it under my arms.
Wash it in your dishwasher?
Yeah, you can put it in your dishwasher. You can use little wipies on it. And then of course, can't give up your favorite Study Buddy. So this is just the ultimate, we're in love, finally get to have it system.
Easy. Makes me so happy, everybody.
So happy.
It will change your life.
It will. Okay, so with a little more magic, you're going to go back to us for our final goodbye.
So, I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing how we use the glass mat.
Loving it.
With the light pad, with an iron. Oh my gosh.
So awesome.
So wonderful.
And again, if you already have a light pad that you're in love with, you don't need to have this particular light pad to use that glass mat. So as long as your light pad will accommodate something that's about 12 by 16 and change.
Well, I think you could even use it with the smaller ones.
Yeah, and just kind of sit it over it.
Yeah, just use it.
Yeah.
And likewise, if you have a bigger cutting mat, bigger
Light
pad, you can just pick it up and move it a little bit if you need to, or just shift if you're doing a larger piece, which I've done, some really big pieces, I just prepare my units. I prepare multiple units then, and then I just put them down as I need to, being careful with what goes on top and bottom.
Yeah.
And just shift your background around. It is like, I'm telling you guys, it really makes me love applique so much, and I know that it will help you.
I think that a lot of people that maybe have struggled with applique, the two things that people probably have the hardest time with, which is why we try to do a tutorial for everything, is building those applique units and then the actual sewing. So, getting that perfect stitch, which is where you come in. So, and I want to make sure that everyone knows that in quilting, there's no quilt police. So, like, you could see Mom and I kind of differ a little bit on how we want to, build a unit.
Yeah.
There's more than one way for everything. Even though Mom's more right than me.
You guys heard it. And one thing
you heard it here first.
I want to say that thank you to everyone who sent us kind notes about last week.
Yes.
When I was sort of having my little shipping meltdown.
After the video, we felt like we had a small meltdown, but also it felt good to vent.
I'm still sort of in shipping misery, as I know everybody is. It's not fixed. COVID's not over. But thank you for your kindness about that. I've enjoyed my conversations with many of you this week and last week. It's just been so much fun for me.
You're always on the phone. You have fun with that.
I've had fun talking to everybody. And again, I'm still weeding through, getting answers to everybody's calls.
We do have to have her actually sew some stuff sometimes, y'all.
Please leave a message. Always, I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can.
Yes.
And also, I want to say hello to Sandra. She's
Did she move into the rehab yet?
I guess so. I haven't talked to her, but she's one of our customers and
a friend.
And she
I love when Sandra calls.
she had surgery, and so we want to be thinking about her, or we've still been thinking about her. And
yes.
We hope that.
And I got to talk to her for just a minute. So how it is in the office, I'm kind of always running somewhere in the office. So
I have to chase her down.
I never get to talk to anybody more than 2 seconds. But you get to have. Oh, we forgot a major thing.
What?
Waco.
Oh, Waco.
Oh my Lord! See how much we love this mat? We forgot the proper business we were supposed to talk about today.
Yeah, we need to talk about this. And I talked to some people and told them I was going to.
What? Oh my gosh! We had to put together the email. We just forgot for a moment. Sorry, y'all.
I'm sleep deprived. Last night I was binding until 12:30. New project quilt, and it's just been. I need sleep, so I apologize.
So Waco, our Waco event. For Waco, Texas.
With Adorn It and Lindsay Ostrom.
Yes, so our wonderful friends, we have an awesome event planned for everyone. However, safety measures are of the utmost priority. And while safety measures are good and necessary, some of those safety measures can take away from the experience of the event. So because of different things that we, of course, would have to put in place for everyone's safety, including ourselves, we have rescheduled that event. So if you are registered for that event, look for an email. I thought it was going to be today, but since our brains have been scattered today, it will be tomorrow.
and let me say, some of the reasons for the rescheduling it is not necessarily our choice, but we have to comply with what the hotel, their restrictions as well. So
yes.
It's, in light of all that, with all the restrictions everywhere, it's just better not to do it this year.
It was going to change the experience a lot for people because of the way things were going to have to be spaced and with social distancing. It takes away from how we're able, meaning Lindsay and all the Adorn It ladies and us, how we're able to interact with everyone and teach in a safe manner. So that was changing. The spacing of the tables was going to mean that we were going to have to cut the number of attendees. And how do you decide who can come and not come? You know what I mean? So it's just, there's no way to cut attendees.
Who wants to have dinner with a group when you're sitting here and
someone's over there
and someone else is over here? You can't really talk. So.
And one of the really fun things that we had that was going to be the fun trip to and from the Magnolia House area was not going to be able to happen during the regulations. And we don't know what the regulations, I know that's several months out, but we don't know if there are going to be more regulations in place, less regulations. So we have to plan on what we know now.
Here's what's up.
Yes.
So we have moved the show or the retreat until 2021, the exact same dates. Yes, it's going to change the day, like
instead of Tuesday, it's Monday or something.
Yeah, so
or whatever.
You have to pay attention to that. But it's the exact same dates, and they have guaranteed us the same price.
Yeah, there are no price changes
no
whatsoever.
No price increases whatsoever. So,
which thank you, Stephen, for handling that for us because they wanted to change a lot.
Yeah.
And Stephen, my lovely husband, prevented all that for us. Thanks for negotiating. That's his job.
So, if you were someone who has been making payments and your next payment is due July 1st, then you can go ahead.
Yeah, it will still happen.
And pay your payment.
So what will happen is every attendee is going to get an email with specifics. But the bottom line is, if you need to cancel because you can't come in 2021, you get 100% refund. There are no cancellation fees because of course, this is a situation outside of everyone's control. So no cancellation fees, of course. However, if you decide to stay registered, which I know like for the cruise most people did, then we're going to make sure you have an even more epic time next year. And we have a few little surprises up our sleeves with our friends Lindsay and Georgiana over at Adorn It to keep you occupied until next year. Mm-hmm. So don't worry, we're going to take care of you and make it fun. And I know that all of us are really bummed that it's not happening this year because I'm dying to go to Waco. Good Lord, to go on vacation would be amazing right now.
I just want to go somewhere.
But it's so much fun because all the ladies that are going, like, I mean, even a lot of you we've never met in person, but we feel like we know you and it's so much fun. And
like Lindsay, we've never met Lindsay.
Can you believe that? I really can't believe that. How is that possible?
I don't know. All the years we've been working with her and we've never
seen her in real life.
Now the Adorn It girls we've met at market.
Yes, we have many times.
But not Lindsay.
I know. But what was going to be so fun about the retreat also was like we were doing kind of like a little dress up party, and we weren't going to be able to have that. So like none of the evening events were going to be able
we were going to be kind
to
of
occur. It was going to be, but doing it under the regulations was going to be just honestly like suited up in a room together, but you couldn't interact. Like that's just not the experience that we all want to bring you. So again, for safety and then just regulatory situations. Or my green hand's freaking you out. That's why we ultimately had to reschedule. And why did we keep it for the same dates? Well, we didn't want to risk springtime. Because who knows? We're basically, the whole thing is let's get a vaccine, everybody.
Well, and some people, we figured if you're able to get off work or
it's like a time of the year
was a good time for you, then maybe it would be again. October.
It's not September, it's October.
Oh. See why I should just keep my mouth shut.
No, Mommy, no.
October.
Although someone last week did tell me I needed to keep my mouth shut. But this is also my thought. If you don't like us, dear Lord, don't watch an hour of us. But that kind of hurt my feelings.
Poor little Brittany. She's just trying to help me talk.
I'm just trying to help you talk. I don't know why you got so southern. But if anyone noticed, I think I was quieter today. Did I do better?
Yes, she didn't interrupt me.
I don't mean to interrupt you. I get excited. And it was our first time back in like 2 months. I had a lot to say. Didn't you have a lot to say?
I do. I have lots to say about the pressing sheet.
Say more.
And I'm set up.
Do you take it home to bed and like
No, I don't.
So this is funny, when we were talking about the photo shoot that was going to happen today, in my notes, I was like, I had originally written caress the quilt for one of the scenes in the video, and it was like, that sounds really silly. But that's kind of what you do. You just kind of like I'm rubbing a fusing mat box.
Well, some quilts are really fun to
I can't wait till everybody sees this
like
quilt.
This quilt has Quilter's Dream and wool batting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's double batted. The one today has bamboo and from Quilter's Dream bamboo and then Quilter's Dream Select because I didn't have any more wool.
But the bamboo is green, right?
Uh-huh.
So you can't see that through the quilt. And then does it feel like regular batting, or does it have a different
it feels just
consistency?
Like it. It's actually about the color of your fingernails. Again.
I'm not going to live. I think even Steven last night when I was doing these nails last night, because, you know, he sits, like, in his chair and I'm in my chair, and he kind of just looking over, like, This is my outlet during COVID, people. I can't help it.
I think you could express your creativity in so many other ways.
Started with red. What was the color I had? I had purple on last. Yeah.
I'm boring. I am never having anything but maybe. I usually go
You
for
have a
red.
fair and red square red, or what's that other color you get? That's funny.
There used to be.
It's like waitress or something.
I'm really not a waitress red, but I haven't been able to find that anymore.
I don't understand that comment.
I don't know either.
I don't understand it.
I know that when I was in medical, they didn't want us to wear red fingernail polish because they said patients thought of it as blood. It was like, really?
I think we know what nails are.
Maybe if you're delusional, I don't know. But anyway, I'm old, so.
I was quiet during that. Did y'all hear that? No words came out of my mouth. Or thousands of witnesses.
You could have interrupted and said, no,
No,
you're not,
Mommy,
Mom.
you're so beautiful. Really, I hope I have your skin one day.
Oh.
I do. I don't right now, but I don't have your skin. I don't have as good a skin as you. I'm scared now.
I don't have as good a hair as you.
Okay, anyone watching this is like, yeah, right. What my hair looks like right now.
My hair is just driving me crazy, you guys. Oh.
I've even committed, like I started ordering the Pantene Pro V shampoo for curly hair. I just gave up. I'm like, yeah, my hair's curly now. This is just what it's gonna be until I get back to normal. I don't know what I look like. We're saving a lot of money on makeup though. I did buy lipstick the other day and the lady was like, why are you buying lipstick? And I'm like, because my mommy tells me to wear lipstick.
Mommy's right.
Mommy's right.
Anyway, you guys, thank you for joining us. Hello to Sandra. Hello to the rest of you that I've spoken with recently. I could go through lots of names. I'd be like the romper room where she said.
The what room?
The romper room where she would hold up her little mirror and say, and I see so-and-so and so-and-so. And anyway.
Was that a thing? Was it like a club?
No, it was a TV show. A lot of people know what the romper
Oh,
room
like
was.
did they just name like common names? Like, oh, I
Yes.
see Linda and Suzanne.
Yeah, and we used to sit there and just hope she would say our name.
Did they ever say Julie?
Every now and then she did, but mostly she not. And my sister's name was Edie, and she never said Edie.
Well, because that's from Edith, and like that was like a different generation. That like she got a name from the wrong generation. Because she's named after Grandma.
We gotta go. We're just babbling now. Bye, everybody. Happy stitching, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, next week is gonna be insanely fun because you get to see the quilts, which I mean, every quilt that Mom comes out with, I love more than the last one. It's insane. Bye. Bye.